Here's the biggest mistake that a lot of salespeople make when it comes to the close. They say stuff like, all right, get back to me when you're ready. All right, if you want to think about it, that's totally fine. Here's my problem with that. Salespeople, some new salespeople are conditioned to think that if you say something else after someone says they have to think about it, you're now convincing, you're now forcing them. No, you're not. Let's take doctors, for example. So most doctors, came into the industry because they want to save lives, right? So if they're talking to a patient and the patient is explaining to them all of their ailments, how they're feeling, how they feel like they're about to die, and how their life is just not the same with the level of pain that they're in. If a doctor prescribes something or a procedure for that patient and the patient is like, I'll think about it, that doctor is not going to be like, all right, cool beans, talk to you when I talk to you. They're going to revisit the conversation and remind the patient of how much different their life can be if they consider that procedure, that medication, or whatever. Why is it different in sales? Your customers are interested in your product or service because they feel like it's going to change their lives in some way. So why is it so easy for you to let your customers just slip away? Is it really just a number for you? Because that's the only reason why I could think that if someone says they have to think about it, you're like, all right, cool, click on to the next one. You don't ask additional questions to understand what their hesitation is. That's not forcing. Sometimes your customers just need clarification. So the next time your customers are hesitant, just ask a few more questions. And if that doesn't work, then just set a follow-up.